Well, on sports highlights this morning, all 41 member associations of CONCACAF have rejected FIFA's proposal to sell a stake in the business operations of the World Cup. North and Central American Football Governing Body said yesterday. A statement issued following a meeting of CONCACAF presidents stopped short of joining the threat by European football's governing body UEFA to boycott the World Cup if FIFA presses ahead with its private investor plan. Well, earlier this week, World Governing Body FIFA announced plans to create a commercial subsidiary which would run its biggest events, including the World Cup and the Club World Cup. But the proposal was swiftly criticized by football groups and politicians around the world. Now, in case you're asking what CAF is doing about it, the Confederation of African Football has called on its members to review FIFA's controversial plan to sell off stakes in its major competitions, including the World Cup. CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe will host a meeting of the CAF Executive Committee next week to assess and evaluate the proposed FIFA Forward Enterprise Initiative. And this was courtesy of a statement from CAF. Now, under this proposal, it means that private investors would be allowed to acquire stakes in the company, but would remain minority shareholders. FIFA said the governing body hopes to raise up to $4.2 billion based on a valuation of $20 billion for the participating federations. If approved, the project could provide each of FIFA's 211 member associations with a one-off payment of $20 million in early 2027 and increase their funding allocation for the 2027-2030 cycle from 8 million to 20 million. Now, there's a lot of debate about this. Smaller federations, smaller countries can benefit from this. But in the long run, some people are also saying it might rob FIFA that exclusivity of organizing football competitions. FIFA President Gianni Infantino says it's an opportunity and not necessarily an obligation. And officially, CONCACAF have expressed their displeasure. They're not going to be part of it. UEFA has been very vocal about their stance on the proposal as well. But we're yet to hear from CAF on this particular matter. Now let's take you to Glasgow, Scotland, where of course Nigeria is taking part in the Commonwealth Games. World record holder Tobi Amusan missed out on the chance to win a third consecutive women's 100 meters hurdles title at the Commonwealth Games on Thursday, settling for a bronze in the final with a time of 12.60 seconds. Well, the major upset in this particular competition, she had entered the competition as the favorite, boasting the fastest season's best in the field at 12.28 seconds. She also won the heat in 12.19 seconds with a strong tailwind, finishing of Marion Fori, who clocked 12.50 seconds, and Kerika Hill. However, the Nigerian could not replicate her best form in the final to deny her a third consecutive Commonwealth title. She already has 2 gold medals from this particular competition in the past, but now she's added a bronze to it. And in an interview after the race, or the hurdles, she's now said that she was running with pain. It appears she had injured herself in training, and because this is quite surprising coming from Tobi Amusan, ending up as the third place athlete there. Now, in other events, Nigeria's Samuel Ogazi, Ella Onajovovo, and Edidiong Udo have qualified for the men's and women's 400 meters finals. Ogazi, the 2026 world leader and reigning NCAA champion, underlined his medal credentials by winning the first men's semifinal in 44.52 seconds. Udo also secured his place in the women's event. Ella Onajovovo continued her impressive season by winning her semifinal to comfortably secure automatic qualification. Meanwhile, Nigeria's Esther Joseph and Patience Okon-George failed to qualify for the women's 400 meters final, but will hope to contribute to the country's medal hopes in the relay. Also, good day for Nigeria yesterday. Chukwuebuka Enekwechi became the first Nigerian to win the men's shot put gold medal at the Commonwealth Games after producing a championship winning throw of 21.07 meters. His victory increased Nigeria's medal haul at the 2026 Commonwealth Games to 15, comprising 8 gold 5 silver and 2 bronze medals. Well, away from the Commonwealth Games, Nigeria's Flying Eagles produced another commanding performance at the ongoing WAFU B on the 20 semi-final championship in Cote d'Ivoire, defeating Togo's Sparrowhawks 3-0 to book a place in the semi-finals and reinforce their credentials as one of the favorites for the regional title. The 7-time African champions followed up their thrilling 4-2 victory over Ghana's Black Satellites with another dominant display in Yamoussoukro, taking their tally to 6 points from 2 games and guaranteeing qualification to the last 4 with a game to spare. Well, let's take you to transfers now, where Chelsea have signed France defender Maxence Lacroix from Crystal Palace in a deal worth a reported £52 million. Also, Marcus Rashford has thanked Barcelona for special memories as he prepares to return to Manchester United. Man U fans will be happy about this. And finally, Eddie Howe is leaving his role as Newcastle manager after 5 years at St. James's Park. And this is where the cookie crumbles on this morning's edition of Sports Highlights.